Okay, guys, we're going to do the first Nitro after Sold Out. We're going to do Superbrawl, and we're going to do the Nitro after that, because apparently, I didn't check this, this is going to be a lot of Nitros before and after, like Nitros after the pay-per-views, to tie up some storylines and build into other pay-per-views. Now you won't see everything built up to in the Nitros. Like key points will be affected by main event matches. And again, I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to do some research, find out when that last hour was knocked off of Nitro. I can't remember whether it was before or after 2000, but yeah. Don't worry about putting it in the comments. I'll look into it because I just got to find out how much time I've got on those Nitros. But okay, guys, got to scroll back up to make sure I'm doing this right. Gonna need a better sonic screwdriver. Okay. Now we kick off the show with the Filthy Animals. Right, so that's Konnan, Rey Mysterio, and Billy Kidman. Eddie's left. Maybe we have Konnan cut a promo about Eddie leaving. Probably a negative one for him bailing on them. But yeah, then we have 3 count. Now, 3 count were... I'm pretty sure, I've looked into this, they were around in some form, but I don't know if they were as big a deal as they would be later on, if you can call them that. But yeah, the Animals win. Yeah. Okay. Now at the time, David Flair and Konnan were not Konnan, Crowbar were the tag team champions. I have them taking on the Varsity Club because, believe it or not, this is what actually did happen. And they did win. And again, now I want this world title thing fixed up ASAP. I don't want it dragging through the month and all that. Now Kevin Nash has won the right to be in charge. Again, beating Terry Funk. He comes out and tells the roster, because he between 2 shots we have the rest of the roster coming out. You got the last guys drinking water, obviously, or whatever, relaxing after their match. But I have sorry, I'm reading this off thing. Doing two things at once. Now, while he's in charge, he can't compete, so therefore he can't go out and win the belt. Now, if you look into the title history, you see that, well, he did win the belt again, blah blah blah. I'd rather take him off the roster, at least temporarily, because he's gonna, again, he's gonna get hurt. But I don't like having authority figures being able to compete. Well, that was okay for William Regal. He wasn't really a main event stay. Kevin Nash was also on the creative team. He was doing a lot of things. I think taking the competing off his thing for the time being, like I don't mind having him maybe on the odd house show competing or something like that, but he can't compete for the world title. And he has a solution for the world title situation in the main event. Former WCW U.S. champion Jeff Jarrett will take on Sid. As far as the U.S. title, he will get back to you later. Okay, so he solved the U.S. title situation. The world title situation. The U.S. title was held up because apparently Jeff Jarrett got hurt again. Sorry, guys. But he was competing next night. So let's say these. So we have Sid taking on Jeff Jarrett in the main event. You still got this thing with Kimberly hanging around. DDP versus Buff Bagwell. Kimberly is a special gift for Lee. Kimberly low blows Buff, and DDP hits the diamond cutter. Bam! Out of that situation. 2. Bam Bigalow versus Meng. Just another filler match. We just it doesn't really matter who wins that, but let's just say Bam. Disco Inferno with the Mamalukes taking on Norman Smiley. The Mamalukes help Disco to win. Chris Kanyon versus Booker T. Alright. Here we go again. Chris Kanyon's doing his thing. His own thing. This is just a match to set up the fact that, well, Stevie Ray and Big T come out and cost him the match. Move on. World Championship. Jeff Jarrett versus Sid. Jarrett wins with the help of the Harris brothers. So he doesn't even win clean. So, guys, no reason to get upset there. Alright. Alright, on to Superbrawl 2000. Because, yeah, everything was going by 2000, man. We have a rematch. 3 count versus the Filthy Animals. Again, we're just going to, as I said, we're going to have these opening matches be huge, big deals, lots of high risk, and you've got Konnan in there to slow the match down if need be, blah, blah, blah. Oh, look at that. Lance online. Yeah. And then we have the Cruiserweight title. Now, we've had that Cruiserweight title tournament. We've also had a U.S. title tournament at the same time. Because about the only belt that wasn't vacated was the Hardcore and the tag belts. I believe you'll find that to be true. But yeah, so we had the Artist win. Now, as far as gimmicks go, well, it was better than the one that they had for him before. Hardcore title. Oh yeah, Cruiserweight belt was the Artist with Paisley versus Lash LaRue, but the Artist won. Okay, Hardcore title. Triple threat. Brian Knobbs, who was the champion at the time, taking on Bam Bigalow and Terry Funk. Now, at the time, I don't believe that there was a lot of weird stuff going on, but I believe putting Terry Funk in the Hardcore title picture probably a lot better than what they had him doing at the time. Sorry, someone else just came online then. But yeah, I have Terry Funk win their Hardcore belt. I mean, who better? Really, at the time, there was a lot of emphasis to put on this belt, and I think now briefly I'm going to talk about the 24/7 rule. I didn't particularly, I think that worked for Crash, but after Crash lost the belt, it should have been announced, alright, the 24/7 rule it no longer applies. As soon as someone else won that belt, 24/7 rule should have been suspended. Really. U.S. title. This would be the finals of the U.S. Championship tournament, and sorry guys, they're the only 2 guys that I have that would be at least worthy of winning the U.S. belt. Rick Steiner and Dustin Rhodes. Okay, well, okay, I'm going to cop some flack for that one, but really, I had very limited amounts of choices to do, and I'm going to cop some flack for this too. Rick Steiner wins the belt. Sorry, guys. But anyway, moving on. Tag team title street fight. Alright. The Mamalukes with Disco Inferno versus David, Flair, and Crowbar with Daffney. By the way, Daffney, love you, baby. But yeah, okay, the Mamalukes win. But yeah, we move on from there. That would be a pretty good match. You've got like a hardcore title match. You've got a street fight on the same pay-per-view, and you've got two endings to tournaments. You got the heavyweight tournament final, and you got the cruiserweight one. So yay! Booker T versus Big T with Stevie Ray in the corner, and of course Big T wins with the help from Stevie Ray. Now I did kind of like this feud. I know it had its problems, but still, at least it led to something. At least it was a feud that probably should have happened years earlier. The minute Stevie Ray joined the NWO. But yeah, all right, here we go. Now, this one, the way I do this, Hulk Hogan came back not too long after Russo left, but Sting was absent, and would build this up because he did return. We'd have Hogan essentially say, okay, team package. I don't like you, Flair, for blah 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 blah. You barely have to have a justification for Ric Flair and Hogan to fight anymore. By this point, we know they hate each other. Lex, on the other hand, yeah, you could have Hogan call him the Hulkster imitator, never quite as good, blah blah blah. Yeah, Lex could come out and say, well, I never tried to be you, Hulk. I was forced to try and be you. I'm my own man. I'm the total package. Blah 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 blah. But you essentially have him chime in. You have Flair chime in. Say, look, if you can find yourself a partner, woo, Hulkster, you and me and the package, we're gonna take you out, and whatever jabroni, blah blah blah, you bring out, woo, because I'm the 16-time, or I think. But he couldn't include the WWE title reign, so he'd be 14-time champion. Woo! Blah blah blah. And Hulk Hogan would go, brother, I've got just the guy. I'm not gonna even show you who he is until the pay-per-view, brother. Brother. Okay. And again, we got something here, and you have Team Package come out here. Package just does his thing. Ric Flair does the woo. Yeah, Hulk Hogan coming out doing the ear thing, and he gets on the mic. Brother, I've got the Stinger. Blah blah blah. Sting comes out. Blah blah blah. They clean house. Hulk Hogan and Sting win. Like there was any doubt. And then of course you have the WCW title match, which consists of Jeff Jarrett, Sid, and Scott Hall, which was the main event. And again, we have this is the end of the match. Okay, this is the essentially the go home thing. Obviously, the guys would do a lot more, but here's how I'd want it to end. The Harris brothers take out Sid after he has power bombed Scott Hall. So power bomb, Harris brothers come in, clean house, and then Jeff Jarrett makes the pin. So essentially you have Scott Hall pissed off that, hey, I couldn't win the belt, and then the following night, obviously Scott Hall's no longer there, so he never actually gets his payback on it. But you have that tension there, so we have a reason for why Kevin Nash would later probably campaign to get Scott Hall back. Blah blah blah. Alright, We move on to the next Nitro. Nitro, the artist, formerly known as Prince IK, takes on Chavo Guerrero Jr. The artist retains. Booker T versus the Demon. The Demon wins after interference by Stevie Ray. Stevie Ray distracts the referee. Big T hits the T-bomb. Blah, blah, blah. There we go. Again, we're adding stuff to why this is killing Booker T. He's losing, and these guys keep coming in and trashing him. So he's getting angrier. Every time he thinks he's done with these guys, he's like, they beat me. Well, no, they don't just want to beat him. They want to crush him, because Stevie Ray would be more. This would be more about Booker T stealing the spotlight in Harlem Heat, and Stevie Ray wanting to form his own Harlem Heat because he believes he was always the star of Harlem Heat. But yeah, Bam Bigalow versus Norman Smiley. You can have this be a #1 contendership for the hardcore belt, but Bam Bam wins. Then we debut the new Harlem Heat 2000. They're taking on David Flair and Crowbar. Boom! Straight through. They kick ass. Rick Steiner comes out to defend his U.S. belt. He's defending against Buff Bagwell. Rick wins. Then we go on to onto a tag team match. Ric Flair and Lex Luger versus Konnan and Rey Mysterio. Luger wins after putting the rack on Konnan. Okay. Ray's doing his thing, flying around outside, beating up Flair, doing high risk stuff. Flair's like, what the but not too much, because yeah, Flair will just lose it. But yeah, inside rack, blah blah. Alright, then we have 6-man tag main event. Sid teaming up with Dustin Rhodes and Terry Funk. This will be announced at the beginning of the night. This is the main event, guys. So it's Sid, Dustin Rhodes, and Terry Funk teaming up to take on the NWO, Jeff Jarrett, and the Harris brothers. Essentially, that's all that's probably left now of the NWO. So, yeah. Jarrett wins by pinfall after the H-bomb, the Harris bomb, was put on. Jarrett wins by pinfall after the H-bomb was put on Funk, and Sid was hit over the head with a guitar. There you go. And Dustin's just fucking gone. Anyway, guys, the lighting is getting pretty dark in here. I'll put some lights on. I'm going to probably continue on with this throughout tonight. I'll upload these and then I'll shoot some more. Okay, guys. I just want to get these done. I'm not quite done all the way through with these pay-per-views. I'm going to fill in the blanks and all that also here, but I'm Booker Who. And you can stay tuned and tell me what you think of the new intro, guys. By the way, that picture of me with red, that was done by my new. I don't want to say he's a friend, but I don't want to not say he's a friend. He's more of an acquaintance at the moment. He was good enough to do that for me, and I really love it. I just put it in the intro so you guys could see it. Okay, see ya.